Yes, sir. What is good, YouTube? What is good, man? We are back with another video, and man, y'all know what time it is. It's time for that Forex forecast, man. We about to, just like we did last week, we about to go over the charts, and we about to see what next week is gonna hold for us. Last week was an amazing trading week. We really we took off. I mean, we just started challenging. We're already up 4,000. I think it's 4,000. Yeah, 4,495 or something like that. But we only need about like $500 more. So we just going to go into the market next week, and we're going to stay confident, but not too confident. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stay humble, we gotta stay disciplined, and we have to be patient. Just because I'm $500 away from beating that first part, don't mean that I have to rush. I cannot rush this. I have to be disciplined. I have to be patient. I have to be consistent. I think a lot of people, and at least for me, in my opinion, on these other challenges, I'll get past this first phase, and then I'll get on to the second phase, and I'll start thinking about the wrong things. I'll start thinking about the withdrawal. I'll start thinking about finally being able to make money, finally being able to have an account, and then I start doing dumb stuff because my mind is off of the process. I start focusing on the outcome now. And I'm pretty sure I talked about that on one of my videos. But like I said, I'm not going to be thinking about the withdrawal. I'm not going to be thinking about how much money I can make. I have to be disciplined enough to stay focused on the process. Stay focused on the things that's going to lead me up to that point where I can get that withdrawal. You know what I'm saying? But nothing is to really be celebrated until I get that withdrawal in my bank account. Until I get my refund back, there's nothing to really celebrate for, because I mean, yeah, it's good and all to pass the challenge. It's good and all to beat it and do all that stuff. But what's the point if I beat the challenge and then I don't get a withdrawal from it? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta really be on my stuff, really be focused, laser focused. I mean, I gotta be laser. I can't be thinking about other things. I can't be doing all these other things. Trading is about having balance. It's about being able to stay confident, but not confident. Because if you're not confident, well, then you start to fall off, and then you lose trades because you're timid, you're scared. But if you're too confident, well, then you start dipping into this thing called euphoria, a state of euphoria. And that means that you're basically becoming reckless because you think that you know what the market's going to do. So you have to stay in that middle ground. That's what trading is about. Being able to stay in that middle ground, being humble, but also being able to be confident in yourself. So that being said, let's get into this Forex forecast, and let's see what these charts is talking about, man. Let's do it. All right, guys, here's GJ. We're on the daily time frame right now, and we see that we got this head and shoulders here. We talked about that last week on my other Forex forecast, and we talked about how we want to see price get to this area. We want to see price get to this area and break this area, and then once it retests and goes, then the head and shoulders is complete. It's all the way fully complete. But like I said last time, we understand more than just the head and shoulders. We understand logic in the context of it. We understand other possibilities than just the break and retest. So I would put this trend line here, and what I want to see price do during the week is I want to see whether it's going to stay under this trend line and break down, or is it going to break back inside of the neckline and then buy. Because I think right now it's actually at the 50% on the golden zone right now. On the Fibonacci, or a little bit underneath it. So if price, what it did is that it came down and it closed below the golden zone here. It closed below the golden zone here, but then it closed right back inside of it. So we want to see if price is going to either come back down, come to the supply zone here, the demand zone that's here, because we do have a demand zone here. We have a demand zone right in this area. Oh, let me do that. So we need to figure out, okay, well, if price does come back and then it retests. Well, this is somewhere that it could go to. You know what I'm saying? This is where I can scalp all the way down to here, but once I get down to here, this is where I need to stop at. This is where I'm gonna need to like be like, okay, let me slow down and let the big boys come in, let the market do what they're supposed to do, and then I ride the wave with it. If it breaks below, I go with it. If it goes off of it, bounces off of the demand zone, I go with it. And now, and say, okay, so say, you know, it retests and then it breaks and it comes down. Well, now this trend line, I'm going to have even more confidence in this trend line when it does break the trend line and go, because we reacted off of this demand zone. And now, since this trend line is on a daily, I can catch 50, 60, 70 pips off of this trend line because it's from the daily. It's from the daily. This trend line is straight from the daily. So it has more, 100 pips is a lot. Is a lot more normal, you know what I'm saying, with a daily trend line than it is like a 1 hour trend line or a 30-minute trend line. So knowing that, what I want to see price do this week is I want to see what it's going to do here and what it's going to do here, or if it's going to break the trend line. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at on this daily chart. I talked about how on the last Forex forecast, I talked about how it can come up here and make people get in, because a lot of people, probably a lot of novice traders, are going to try to sell here. The market could manipulate in this area. It could manipulate in this area, make people think it's going to sell, maybe do like and this is something that can happen as well. This is something that can happen as well. It can make people, it can make this move. So we made this move, come up, you know what I'm saying, start dropping, and then double bottom, and now we break the trend line. So we might not never even get to this demand zone. Or it could do that, do the double bottom, and then maybe even trap the buyers in, come down, hit off of this area, get all the buyers who were out here, get all the buyers who were down, who got in down here, get them out, and then get the buyers who were also up in here. They're probably got their stop losses down in here too. And then we can see the market go up. So that's also something that can happen. So that's what we're looking at on this daily chart. We want to see what it's going to do at these areas. Let me get this out of here. I can't get it. Bruh. All right, there we go. Trying to play with me. But yeah, so we can honestly go down to this daily. I mean, this 4-hour chart real quick. All right, so we're on this 4-hour time frame, and we can see that we got this big down move here, and then we got a retracement from the buyers, and then the buyers couldn't keep pushing it up, and so we got that consolidation here. We got a drop, and then we got a rally. So really, that's really like a demand zone down in here on a higher time frame, on like the daily. I remember we was talking about that last week on my other Forex forecast. We had that demand zone up in there, and sellers came in here. They got stronger again, and then we started seeing the buyers trying to come in. But look at how it made this peak, and then this peak couldn't come in above this one. So we got a lower high here, then we got another lower high here. So we have price going downward. We can see that the buyers are getting weaker every time the sellers drop. Every time the sellers come in, the buyers get weaker. The sellers come in, buyers get weaker. And then we get this wick right here, and then we get this just drop, this crazy drop. You know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't know, how many pips is that? I don't even think I can, hold on, let me see. I want to see how many pips this is. So from here, that's about, let's see, that mug dropped 522 pips. Sheesh, that's crazy. But so we said it made that drop, and now it's coming back to retest. Well, how do I know if the retest is gonna work? How do I know if I should get in for the retest? How do I know if it's just not going to break through this zone and then just buy? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a trend line and I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to have it go like that. And I want to see price break this trend line. The only way I'm going to sell is if price comes to this trend line and breaks it. That's the only way I'm going to be okay with taking this retest here, because it could just easily go through this area and just break this trend line and go. So how do I stop myself from getting stuck or getting tricked into getting into something like that? Well, I put this friction point here, I put this trend line here, and that allows me to be more patient. That allows me to be able to sit there and not be forced or emotionally get into a trade because the market is showing me certain things. Because the market is gonna play with your emotions. It's gonna show you things that you might be like, oh wow, okay, it is gonna sell, and then it doesn't end up selling. It actually ends up buying on you. So this is how I like to wait. I like to use this as a way to wait, as a way to know, okay, I know what I'm waiting for. When you know what you're waiting for in the market, that's the best thing you can do. That's the best thing, the best mindset that you can be in is when you're waiting for things to come to you, not trying to chase the market. I don't chase the market. I let these things come to me. So that's what I'm going to be looking for coming either, you know what I'm saying, Monday or Tuesday. It might even happen Sunday. I don't know. But we're going to see. I don't trade Sunday, so I'm not going to trade Sunday. I'm going to trade Monday. I'm going to come in on that. Well, basically, it's going to be Tuesday because I'm going to be trading from Monday going into Tuesday. So that's what I'm looking at on this 4-hour time frame. We also have on this 4-hour, if we take the fib, well, we can see that price is actually at a golden zone. So we have the golden, so not only do we have the golden zone, but we also have this zone from the daily, the neckline. That's a lot of power. That's a lot of momentum. If price is going to be breaking through here, then we know that, okay, we don't know, but we know that there's a strong possibility that it's going to break through this and just go. Because there's so much strength, there's so much resistance here that this is like a brick wall to it. And so if price breaks through it, well, then it's going to have to break through with a lot of power, a lot of momentum. Or if it doesn't, then we can be confident in this trend line down here on this 4-hour. So, you know, that's what we're looking at for next week for right now. I'm not somebody who can predict, okay, it's going to go here. When it breaks here, it's going to go to these lows, and then it's going to probably come here. No, I don't trade like that. I don't be like, oh, these levels, it might come to these levels back here. No, I just, okay, I set my chart up. I put myself in situations where I can take advantage of either way. I'm not trying to predict and anticipate where the market is going to go. I just let it go where it's going to go, and I wait at these type of areas. I wait and see what price is going to give me at these type of areas. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, it's going to come down here once it breaks this trend line. It's going to go all the way down to this point. No, I don't trade like that. So I'm going to just wait, and I'm going to just see what the market's going to do, how it's going to play out, and I'm going to make my money. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Forex forecast for today. I don't want to make this super long because all my videos really for real been super long. I don't want this one to be 28 minutes, 30 minutes long video because I know people are probably not going to watch it all the way through. I want you guys to be able to get every single bit and piece of what I'm saying. So let me try to make it a little bit shorter for y'all. So this is going to be the forecast for this week. And we're going to see what it's going to do Sunday and Monday. Like I said, we only got $500 more until we pass phase 1. And then we're on to that phase 2. And after that, man, it's only up from there. So let's see what we can do next week. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, and also turn on notifications so you can get my videos and see my videos a lot faster. Thank you.